Warning, videos by Billy Alsbrooks do cause side effects. And those side effects are champions being born, dreams being realized, the weak becoming strong, weight loss, victory over unbelievable odds, incredible comeback stories, the sick being healed, marriages being restored, victory over all forms of addiction, job promotions, average people becoming millionaires, warriors becoming blessed and unstoppable. These videos will motivate and inspire you to take action. Warning, your faith is now being increased to the level it takes to move mountains. Arise, champion. I'm Billy Alsbrooks and I approve this message. Our walk is our testimony. So everything we do should be done with a spirit of greatness. To achieve the highest levels of success, you must have a mindset that allows you to feel and experience deep emotions, but at the same time, not be held in bondage by them. Hear what I'm saying now. You gotta stop letting your emotions steer your life. It's time for you to get behind the wheel and put your life on the trajectory that you want to be on. Now, as believers, we ought to function constantly in a state of meekness, but meekness is not weakness. See, there's nothing about God that is weak, and God is in us. We should have one standard, and that standard is greatness. It's time to have a real and fierce conversation with yourself. You gotta get down to the bottom, to the truth. No more of that surface level, shallow existence. You gotta be real with you. If you can't be real with you, who can you be real with? Now, sometimes the truth is gonna hurt, but it's exactly what you need to hear. Now, you can either run from it and continue to struggle, or you can be real with yourself and make adjustments. It's up to you. Champions don't make excuses. They make changes. They make adjustments. They do whatever it takes to be the best of the best. That's the standard. Greatness. There's no box keeping you boxed in. It's just a mere belief that there is a box that is limiting you. That's your mindset, the way you're seeing your situation. See, champions see their situation different. They see every situation as a chance to exemplify and radiate the God they serve. There can't be no testimony without first having a test. Now, you've heard me say this before. I don't think anybody should be able to carry the label of a champion until first they've been beat. Because anybody can do it when everything is good, when everything's going their way. Anybody can do that. But when you get knocked down on the mat, when you get hit blindsided, when life hits you with a brick, then we're gonna find out what you made of. Then the champion arises. Overcoming is all about positioning. Putting your mind in a place to see the events, the circumstances, the challenges that you are facing. Being able to put your mind in a state that is empowered during the season of struggle. And if you can do that, there is nothing that can stop you. You gotta put your mind in a place that brings out the best in you, that brings out the greatness in you, that brings out that champion that's within, so that you can display God in the world today. Every challenge and struggle that you overcome, every trial and tribulation that you conquer is a business card for God. It's the way God markets the kingdom through you. And let me tell you this, with God, all things are possible. Stop talking and let your actions be your response. See, I stay deeply and firmly rooted in the truth so that I can constantly respond to the world and when it throws at me in power. And you can do the same. Truth is the new black. Immerse yourself in it. God is good. The enemy don't want none of me. And he ain't gonna want none of you either when you figure this out. When you accept what I'm saying, take it from your ears into your mind, down into your heart, until it gets to your spirit. And when it gets down in that spirit, walk this thing out. When you do this, you'll hear every demon in hell shake when you come walking down the street. When truth is invited and welcomed into a situation, breakthroughs are set in motion. Every problem that you have is just a truth problem. If there's something out of line, if there's conflict, strife, lack, whatever it is, sickness in your life, you are misaligned with one of God's universal principles. So all you have to do to bring order back into your situation is to align with God's principles. Now, you got to get along with God. Seek the word of God until you find out what's wrong in your situation. Right thinking, if sustained long enough, will eventually bring peace and order to any situation. And the word says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. See, it starts in the mind. You got to get your mind aligned with the principles of God. That's when change happens. A disciplined mind, rooted in truth, can do the impossible. Now I want to make you aware of something. The enemy, your spiritual enemy, is going to seek to invade your life through those closest to you. Those around you, that's how the enemy is going to enter your life. So be aware, know the devices of the enemy, because this is going to happen, I'm telling you. He uses the same strategy over and over and over. He's so predictable. Most of the time, he'll use these people against you, and they won't even know that they are being used. So don't hold them responsible for what the enemy did. Place the blame where it belongs, on your spiritual adversary. I'm going to show you how warriors fight back now. The first thing you have to do is forgive those that have wronged you, that committed a transgression. Forgive them so that the devil does not get a foothold in you, because that is his objective, to use these people to hurt you, to get your thinking, to get your emotions, to get in your mind so that he has a place that he can take up residency. Now, if you forgive them, you give him no place. This is where the warriors go to war, see? We forgive, and then we channel the anger, the bitterness, the strife, and all that negativity that has been put on us. And we channel it in such a way that it brings out greatness in us. There's nothing wrong with being angry and mad. It's just who you're angry and mad at. Get angry at the enemy, the real enemy. Now I'm gonna give you an example of one of the ways I respond when I get hurt. See, when I'm at the gym and I'm on the bench press, and I'm on rep number 8, and I feel like I can't do 10. My arms ain't got no strength left in them. When I feel that way, I think back to all the people that doubted me, who gave up on me, betrayed me, turned their backs on me. And I scream out real loud at the bench, I forgive you, but I am a champion, and nothing is gonna stop me. And I get it in. 5 more reps. 6 more reps, 8 more reps, 10 more reps. I find the strength in me that I didn't even know I had. Thank you, enemy. See, I tell the enemy, I want everything you robbed from me. 7-fold. You're not gonna rob and steal from me, enemy. I'm gonna get mine, because I'm a child of the Most High God. That's the same way that I do behind this microphone. I remember them 7 years I went through with panic attacks. All my life that he robbed me for those 7 years. And when I get behind this mic, I fight back. I remember what you did, enemy. And I'm coming to get mine. I'm a warrior, champion. Always have, always will be. And with God, all things are possible. You don't want none of me. You thought you had me. But I was born a champion, and I will rise up off this mat. And everybody I'm speaking to was gonna do the same. Bring it on. I'm Billy Alsbrooks, blessed and unstoppable. To God be the glory. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen.
new doors of opportunity will open and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon. When I was growing up, I had two wonderful parents that worked really hard to make sure I had a good life. And when I was about 3, 4 years old, I started going to daycare while they were working. And I would so look forward to that. Being able to play with kids my own age. And every day when we got there, the teachers would put us in this circle, and they'd read us stories, we would draw, and we'd play games. And I looked forward to that every single morning when I got up. Now, I wasn't a bad kid. I just had a lot of energy, a lot of passion, and I questioned everything these teachers told me. And I guess I got on their nerves. So every day when I would come there, they would tie me to this chair in the corner for hours. And I would just stare back at that circle, that group, my friends who were all playing and having fun. And I would just sit there with tears in my eyes, being so young and impressionable. That affected my psychological makeup. Those teachers made me feel like an outcast, like I was different, and like I wasn't good enough on the inside. So I spent the rest of my life, up until now, trying to get back into that circle. The other night I was outside walking, saying my prayers, and God spoke to my spirit and said, "Son, it was me that removed you from that circle. Be still, stop striving, and know that I am God. I removed you from that circle on purpose. For what the devil meant for harm, I made good. Because where I'm gonna take you, you can't go with the mindset of the circle. You have to learn how to embrace what separates you from the rest. Accept it, and then use it as the foundation to build your success on. Now the world keeps telling you a lie, saying you have to chase success like it's something external. But to be successful, you gotta stop chasing the trends. Be yourself, and the world will come to you. Stop trying to imitate everything that's out there. You have greatness on the inside of you. Express that. Be yourself. Stay in your lane and do you. There's a power that you can only awaken to and discover when you're absolutely alone. So the first sign of being chosen is to be separated. The world will do everything it can to make you apologize for being yourself. All of you out there who feel different, like you don't fit in, like you're on the outside of that circle. Greatness is on the inside of you. You can't get to the top with the same rituals, habits, and thought processes of the circle. You've been chosen. Truth is the new black, the couture for greatness. Get your t-shirts now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Join the movement. Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. For when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. The struggle is real, but so is the God that will help you overcome it. This is for all of you out there who feel alone, in the middle of the storm, in the middle of the struggle, on the front lines, battling for your life. For those of you who feel exhausted, tired, wore down, beat up, wounded, with a broken heart, on the verge of giving up, I want you to remember this. Whenever you're in this state, you start with the word. And the word says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future." The enemy's goal here is to convince you that your situation is hopeless. The struggle is real, but so is the God that will help you overcome it. The first sign of a bright future is opposition. The greater the resistance, the greater your destiny. Let me say that again. The greater the resistance, the greater your destiny. The enemy only attacks that which is a threat to him, and that is you. To win this war, you must first win it in your mind. Many people go to church, but very few people ever tap into God's power. And the reason for this is they're looking in the wrong place. You're looking external for something that's already on the inside of you. Look to the cross for hope and strength. God will not fail you. The question here is, are you going to let this season, when you're going through the valley, make you angry and bitter? Or are you going to let God mold you into something stronger and better? There's always a lesson in the struggle. You have a calling on your life, and in order for you to fulfill that calling, you must master this situation. This is preparation for your future destination. Success is a process. It's overcoming trials and tribulations that actually qualifies you for greatness. You are a spiritual warrior designed for victory. Your best days are ahead of you. Don't let the enemy fool you. Your best days are ahead of you. God didn't cause the adversity that you are going through, but he will refine and perfect you through it. He will use this situation to prepare you for his purposes. Today is the beginning of your breakthrough. Your first step is to seek God first. Everything in your life should start with this principle. Put yourself in a position to hear God. Get along with him every single day from this point forward. I know you're going through pain. The struggle is real, but so is the God that will help you overcome it. Now, breakthroughs start with asking yourself the right questions. See, questions will take you wherever you want to go. Get your mind off of what you're going through and on to where you're going. What do you want your future to look like? See, if you're gonna come out of this thing, you gotta create a whole new vision in your mind for your life. Now write that vision down. I want you to capture your victory. Capture what it's gonna look like when you overcome this trial or this situation that you are going through. Be specific What is it gonna feel like when you climb out of this pit? God is about to make a breakthrough in your life. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the victory. What you focus on, you will continue to move toward. Get your mind and your focus off of the problem and put it on God's promises. He will not fail you. Step into the vision like it's already happened. Like the victory is already here because it's already here. Listen to me. Speak like a child of the Most High God. The words you say will create your environment. The words that come out of your mouth will either free you or keep you in bondage. Your breakthrough is going to come directly out of your mouth. There's only two gods, the God of doubt and the God of faith. Which one do you serve? You see, the words that come out of your mouth will prove your allegiance. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. The struggle is real, but so is the God that will help you overcome it. Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. For when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. Symphony of the Struggle. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal. From living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.